Good day, good day, good day, good afternoon. This is a video here of the Tehuti Afar's video. So I'm probably, it's over an hour, so I'm probably going to play about a half an hour of the video to let him say what he has to say. So let me go ahead, share my screen, put on the video, and let's go.
Be changed until it is faced. This quote sets the stage for a transformative journey through Kameen's profound insights on spirituality. Professor Kaba Hiawatha Kameen is a renowned scholar known for his deep understanding of African history and spirituality. His work bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and contemporary thought. The book delves into the intricate relationship between spirituality and science, arguing that true knowledge encompasses both. Kameen's premise challenges readers to rethink their understanding of reality. Spirituality, as defined by Kameen, is the innate connection to the universe and its unseen forces. It transcends religious boundaries, urging a holistic approach to understanding existence. The book provides a rich historical context, tracing spiritual practices from ancient African civilizations to modern times. Kameen emphasizes the continuity and evolution of spiritual wisdom through the ages. Kameen masterfully intertwines science and spirituality, illustrating how ancient knowledge systems integrated both seamlessly. He argues that true understanding arises from recognizing their interconnectedness, rather than seeing them as separate domains. Ancient civilizations like Egypt and the Indus Valley are highlighted for their profound spiritual practices. Kameen shows how their holistic approach to life fostered remarkable advancements in science, art, and culture.
All right. So before I get into Tep Heseb, I had to do what's necessary and give props and recognition to Kaba Kamene and his book, Spirituality Before Religion. So again, this is the only book and scholar that talks about Tep Heseb. So we have to acknowledge and give respect in academics to the Afrocentric movement and Africana studies for bringing this to light. This was something that Egyptology should have done. All right, so when you do any general research on the definition of the meta-nature term Tep Heseb, you find out that Tep Heseb translates to the correct method, and that is groundbreaking, because before Kaba Kamene brought this to light, we didn't have a term for science or anything in relation to science. So when we got people going around the conscious sector on the World Wide Web, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, saying that, you know, Africans didn't practice a science, or that there is no such thing as an African science. Whatever ways you want to slice it, the reality is there is a such thing as African science. Africans did practice a science, and they did indeed connect that science that they practiced to their spirituality. Thus, you can correctly call Kushite Kemetic spirituality spiritual sciences. This is one smoking gun that proves that the Kemetic U connected their spirituality to science. This page that we're looking at is straight out of the book that I just mentioned, Spirituality Before Religion, where Kaba Kamine mentions the word Tep Heseb, and he goes over what that means. So again, his book is available on Scribd for direct access into his contents. So you can see for yourself what Tep Heseb means. You can look it up and cross references through AI if you so choose to use AI. If you want to use Google, there are options and references that bring them up. But however, as you can see, when you do bring them up into Google, there's only one scholarly reference for Tep Heseb. You do have follow-up scholarship, but the point is the origin of Tep Heseb comes right out of this book. And I'm going to show it again, Spirituality Before Religions. This is the origin for the rediscovery of the Metal Netra term Tep Heseb, which means correct method. It is a concept of correct method, and it is related directly to a correct method when using analysis, interpretation, and accurate reckoning of information. This is important because the Kemetic U had a correct method for their mythology, their monuments and architecture, their astronomy. They had a correct method. This is a literal smoking gun that proves that the Kemetic U were scientific. All right, I'm going to go into the second part. But again, I think that since Kaba Kamine's book is so groundbreaking with this term, we owe it once again to play.
You know, I want you guys to understand, if you come in here with bullshit, you can hold all those bullshit comments. I don't need that. Come in here and say something intelligent and stay the fuck away from me. You're just gonna get blocked, and I'm still gonna be here doing work. I don't some of you guys to just come on here and have some intelligent things to say and ask. All of that foolishness, keep that somewhere else. Form your own YouTube page and talk that garbage over there. Please and thank
a summary video about the book. This is the book cover. Again, you can get it directly on Scribd. You can cross-reference anything that's mentioned in the book by Professor Kaba Kamine. He has interviews that he has done all over YouTube about this specific book. So you can access that. This book is also available on many distributing websites. So you can get it on that. But for now, you can access it directly on Scribe. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play the summary video, and then I'm going to get into the next term. As I said, the live stream's title is Two Smoking Guns. Tep Heseb is the first one. Two smoking guns that literally prove that the Kemetic connected their science with spirituality. Now I'm going to play it, and then we're going to get into the next one. Here we go.
The truth about spirituality before religions. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. This quote sets the stage for a transformative journey through Kamin's profound insights on spirituality. Professor Kaba Hiawatha Kamin is a renowned scholar known for his deep understanding of African history and spirituality. His work bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and contemporary thought. The book delves into the intricate relationship between spirituality and science, arguing that true knowledge encompasses both. Kamin's premise challenges readers to rethink their understanding of reality. Spirituality, as defined by Kamin, is the innate connection to the universe and its unseen forces. It transcends religious boundaries, urging a holistic approach to understanding existence. The book provides a rich historical context, tracing spiritual practices from ancient African civilizations to modern times. Kamini emphasizes the continuity and evolution of spiritual wisdom through the ages. Kamin masterfully intertwines science and spirituality, illustrating how ancient knowledge systems integrated both seamlessly. He argues that true understanding arises from recognizing their interconnectedness, rather than seeing them as separate domains. Ancient civilizations like Egypt and the Indus Valley are highlighted for their profound spiritual practices. Kamin shows how their holistic approach to life fostered remarkable advancements in science, art, and culture. Spirituality as unseen science and science as seen spirituality is a central concept in the book. Kamin posits that both seek to unravel the mysteries of existence, just through different lenses. The book delves into how spirituality has shaped various cultures, influencing their customs, traditions, and worldviews. Kamin emphasizes that this spiritual foundation is crucial for cultural identity and cohesion. Kamin argues that ancient spiritual practices hold significant relevance today. He believes these practices offer timeless wisdom, guiding modern individuals toward balance, purpose, and deeper connections in an increasingly chaotic world. The book weaves together key themes such as the unity of all life, the power of ancestral wisdom, and the transformative potential of spiritual awakening. Kamin's insights encourage a deeper connection to our roots. Kamin shares profound insights that challenge conventional thinking, urging readers to see spirituality not as separate from science, but as an integral part of understanding the universe. His wisdom is both enlightening and practical. The concept of interconnectedness is central, reminding us that every action, thought, and feeling is part of a larger cosmic web. This perspective fosters a sense of responsibility and harmony with the world. Kamin provides practical applications of spiritual principles, such as mindfulness, meditation, and honoring ancestral traditions. These practices are designed to enhance personal growth, improve mental well-being, and cultivate inner peace. Reflecting on Kamin's work, one cannot help but feel inspired and more attuned to the spiritual dimensions of life. His teachings offer a path to deeper self-awareness and a more meaningful existence. Professor Kaba Hiawatha Kamini's book has received acclaim for its insightful exploration of spirituality. Notable critics praise its thorough research and compelling narrative, making it a must-read for spiritual seekers. Visuals of ancient temples, sacred symbols, and scientific diagrams could enhance key points. Animations depicting energy flows and cosmic connections would vividly illustrate the book's profound concepts. Quotes like "spirituality is the unseen science of life," and "science is the seen spirituality of the universe" resonate deeply, encapsulating the essence of Kemene's teachings. They inspire reflection and curiosity. The book's main points emphasize spirituality's historical significance, its scientific connections, and its enduring relevance. These themes encourage readers to explore spirituality's role in their lives and understand its universal impact. Explore Kemene's book to deepen your spiritual understanding and awaken to ancient wisdom. Embrace the teachings and embark on a transformative journey that bridges science, history, and spirituality. Enjoyed this video? For more in-depth information, check the description below. A link to an amazing book is included. Click the link, grab a copy, and continue the journey.
All right, so soon we're going to get into the second meta nature term. That is a smoking gun, a literal smoking gun. But before we do, we're going to allow people to come in. I'm going to start presenting the second term at around the 31-minute mark. So in the meantime, we're going to listen to the djembe drums. Like, share, and subscribe. I will return at that time stamp when it gets to the 31-minute mark. So sit tight. All right. So this might be new to some of you. This might not. But what we're looking at now is a direct deification of science. What we're looking at now is what the Kemetic called Sia or Sa'a. When you look it up, it is spelled SIA and sometimes SAA. And as you can read, Sia was depicted as a man with the hieroglyph of the same name above his head, right? This image is a European reference. I always tell people that when you do your research and you look up European references, they do not always give you a full definition or explanation, especially when it comes to Kemetic concepts, traditions, and even classical African concepts and traditions. But nonetheless, we're going to further investigate the hieroglyph that is Sia. But before we get into that, I am going to bring up the book that is written by Maulana Karenga. It is called the Husia. It is an important book because it is a compilation of all the wisdom texts, or not all the wisdom texts, but many wisdom texts that come from Kemet. And our great scholar, Maulana Karenga, has contributed a lot of works. One including the one that you're looking at now, which is the Husia. All right. Now we're going to go back to the image of the Husia, or not the Husia, but the Sia. Again, this is the Kemetic deification of science. When we look up the definition of Sia, we come to learn that it means or translates to the act of perceiving, knowing, and being cognizant. So, in combination with Tep Heseb, we have the sacred principle known as Sia. So with that said, who is it?
Well, people, I think at this point I am definitely going to stop the video because it's probably about, well, the video is about an hour and a half, so I think that's enough for right now. there's a good part to stop it because it's holding the interest and it was getting good. So a little bit later on to the next couple of hours, I will come back and finish off this video. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.